New York City needs another crisis. We have one, an affordable living crisis.
Some people are waiting months, even years in shelters and other places until they find a permanent place to call home. Lifelong New Yorkers with nowhere to go.
And it's widespread, this problem. Big delays even in turning around housing that is available. So how bad is this crisis?
And how to solve it? We asked our investigative reporter Dan Krauth to dig deeper. Dan?
It's bad. There are more than 4,800 city-run apartments right now that are sitting empty tonight, a number that more than doubled over the last year. We wanted to know why and what's being done about it.
I want my own place. I mean, I don't know what else to do.
Betty Bernhardt is walking into an unknown future. So, Betty, how long have you been trying to get a NYCHA apartment?
Oh, God, have some mercy. Okay.
She hasn't been waiting for weeks or months for a subsidized apartment, but years, more than 6 years.
It's really, really frustrating for a person that has a job, that is, willing to pay whatever they need to.
And you're not alone.
No, I'm not alone.
She's not. 248,000 people like her are on the wait list. Meanwhile, we found there are thousands of apartments right now sitting empty. To give you an idea of how many empty apartments there are, if you added up all the vacant NYCHA apartments from across the area and put them into just one building, they would fill up the entire Empire State Building and then some. That's a lot of apartments.
It's just inexcusable.
When someone moves out of a NYCHA apartment, it's taking longer for it to be fixed up so new tenants can move in. Their turnaround time went from 120 days 2 years ago to 412 days now.
It's almost tripled since he got elected how long it takes to turn over a vacant apartment and move a new family in.
So what changed?
They are failing to manage our housing authority properly. Many
of the buildings are growing old and need significant repairs. In a statement, NYCHA says the extensive and required environmental work is best done when the apartments are unoccupied. It can also take up to 6 months for lead and asbestos cleanup. But those aren't new problems. Neither NYCHA nor the deputy mayor in charge of housing would answer why the turnover time tripled recently, other than a lack of money.
Our mission here is to make those improvements and reduce those times.
Councilmember Lincoln Ressler is pushing for more money to be spent on long-term repairs. If this were a private building, they'd be turning around those apartments in a week, not a year.
You got it exactly right. There is no excuse for the extreme delays. And these delays have real consequences on people's lives.
It does for Betty.
It feels like I'm walking on eggshells right now.
She's been living with friends until she can get off the wait list, hoping it won't be another 6 years until she has a place to call home.
I understand like NYCHA's doing their part and they have to do whatever it is, but at least send us a letter, let us know, listen, we got your documents, you're still on the waiting list, let me know that I'm alive.
Meanwhile, Betty is required to keep reapplying every 2 years. We asked NYCHA for a sit-down interview. They sent us the statement you saw instead.